What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Louis X on Needed Talks, and I'm here with
Azel.
And Courtly.
For Show. And we're here to talk about, is it gay for a man to deal with a trans woman? What y'all think?
No.
What you think,
Let me
Courtney?
start. Yeah, it's gay. Super gay. If you was born with a penis, you're a man at the end of the day. Look, let me give y'all a good metaphor I came up with. If you put sprinkles on a pile of dookie and try to serve it to somebody as ice cream, it's not ice cream.
That's you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You need real ice cream and real sprinkles for it to be real. You cannot serve a bitch shit with sprinkles on top and say, "Here, take this chocolate ice cream." You're not a woman. It's gay. If a man dates a trans.
She's preaching 100%. I agree with that, and I can't wait to hear what my man's next to me got to say. But 100%, there's a reason that it's called a trans woman. It's because it's a whole different type of. I can't even call it a woman. It's a whole different entity in and of itself. I can't even. No, it's not a whole different type of entity. You're a man. You're a man that's cosplaying as a woman and calling yourself a woman, and you want everyone else to feed into your delusion that you're a woman, but you're a man. You have the chromosomal makeup of a man. And even if you got the surgery, you're cosplaying as a woman, but you still don't get periods. You still can't get pregnant. There's so many things that a woman can do that you can't do. There's so many experiences that a woman has that you will never have. Why?
Because you're a man.
Okay.
That part.
I thought I was tripping.
Now, I'm not really going to go into what a woman is or what a woman isn't, whatever. It's all of it. A woman is a social construct, and that's been explained. If people want to talk about it, whatever. But now, when I say that dealing with a trans woman isn't necessarily gay, it's because there's definitions for these things. I got you guys, right? So, right,
Okay.
the first is called scoliosexuality. Is the attraction to people who are transgender or non-binary.
Okay,
That means that is a definition. That's not gay. Or you can be, I'm sorry, what is it? Gynosexual, attraction to females or femininity. Now, when I say it's not gay, because gay is a definition meaning you just like man. They like you. They like you, right? That's what a gay man likes. A person that's attracted to transsexual women likes transsexual women.
What if he like that dick too?
That's when I'm not too sure exactly what he could be. He could be pansexual. I'm sorry. That's what they are. That means you're attracted to people no matter what they are. Things have definitions in my opinion. That's my thing with it being simple. I feel like when we keep trying to tell everybody that you're just gay. I feel like we're at this point in time we're just using it as an insult to sit here and dismiss things that have definitions and things that are logically explained. If a man tells you, I like transsexual women, right? But then when it comes down to cisgendered men, he's like, fuck no, I'm not touching that, nigga. What the hell are we talking about? That means you have a sexuality where you like these specific type of people. That's just the fact of it.
That means you have a modern day perversion of what's going on in society right now. Because you can't.
That's society always.
There was no such thing as an attraction to transsexual women or men prior to transsexuals being a thing. That emerged because that became a thing.
Yes,
as
society changes, people change.
But
you
listen,
adjust to society. You didn't know that you were attracted to something because something was not there for you to be attracted to. Then all of a sudden it emerges, it comes up, and now you discover something about yourself. That's how society operates.
So since we're talking about definitions, right? We're just not going to act like woman hasn't been a definition. We're not going to act like because trans woman became a thing, the definition of woman just got obliterated. It is an adult human female.
Okay.
Adult human male is a man. Those are the only two things that exist in humanity. A trans woman, like I said before, is just a man cosplaying as an adult human woman.
Okay. But what
adult human female.
And I feel you, bro. But what I'm telling you is these things just simply have literal definitions of what they are. If I can't give you any other scenario other than somebody telling you I like trans women, but I don't like cisgender men. That's literally what the definitions I just explained to you. If they don't get up for a cisgendered man, then he's just not gay. That's just society. We're in 2025.
That don't make sense.
Society is different.
I'll tell you why it don't make
A lot of
sense.
things don't make sense. I don't understand. Listen, I feel like people get caught up in an idea feeling like, oh, you advocate for them. I don't understand this shit either. I'm not part of the LGBTQ. But if you give me a definition, if you say something that's logical, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, nah, nigga, fuck you. You have a definition for what the fuck you're telling me. You're telling me what you're doing to a T. I'm watching you do it if you do it. So I'm not going to deny it and tell you, no, you're not. Just because I feel like it, just because I don't like it, just because I don't understand it. Things ain't for everybody to understand. There's a lot of things I don't understand.
So put it like this, right? If you're only attracted to trans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you're attracted to a trans woman, and a trans woman is a man that was a woman. She looks like a woman, so you're attracted to her.
Yeah.
Let's say you deal with an actual woman, and she's just telling you she was trans because she knows it's what you like and she wants to trick you. And now you're getting up because she just said that. Now that whole, I'm only attracted to trans goes out the window because now you got a hard dick for someone that ain't what you thought you was attracted to.
No, 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to be attracted to women. Because if you're attracted to trans women, you're attracted to the femininity of them. Like, that's, like...
Hold on, slow down. So you're attracted to what?
Femininity.
I think we can end that there. You're attracted to femininity.
And yeah.
But what you're saying is there's a group of people who are attracted to the cosplay of femininity.
That's one of the definitions that also was said. But I also said the other one, which was the gynosexuality, which is attracted to females and femininity. So you can be attracted and want to be with both and get hard for both. But when it comes down to just a regular man, they're like, oh, nah, like I'm not on that. But if you are attracted to everything, and I get it, it's complicated, bro. I
don't think it is. I would just argue that that's not true.
But how are you going to tell people it's not true when there's people that's living these experiences?
Because, all right, would you argue that delusion is a thing? In reality, would you argue that delusion is a thing?
Yes, delusion is definitely a thing.
Okay, so why would we be affirming delusions and just saying that you're right because you said so?
We affirm delusions all the time. Now, if I sit here and I talk about the other things that are delusional, people aren't going to fucking like it. Because we can sit here and say we affirm that religion, right? Religion can easily be looked at as something that's delusional. You've never seen God. You've never seen any of these things. If I wanted to be an asshole, I could sit here and tell you, you're delusional because you're believing some shit that you've never seen.
Hold on, because the definition of delusional is to believe in something that contradicts reality. And
that contradicts reality. You're telling me that a woman got pregnant without ever having sex with a man. You're telling me somebody fucking split the Red Sea in the middle. That's not reality. That shit did not happen. I'm not going to argue. I understand, and I get it. But he wanted to talk about delusion. We want to put delusion one place, but then want to sit here and say other people can't be. I told y'all before, the whole world is delusional. We have a lot of things that people believe in, have faith in, and feel strongly about that you can't necessarily confirm by reality. You can't confirm by literal fact. You can't now pick and choose when we're going to say you're delusional, but you're not.
You can confirm a pussy, though. Like, if I you can confirm that.
But look, with religion, that's a whole different topic because a lot of people with that deal with religion will say that they can't necessarily affirm this. They just have faith that this is true. A trans woman will tell you, this is not delusion, this is not faith. I know I'm a woman, but you are, and even pre-surgery, you still have a penis attached to you, and they will still try to convince you I'm a woman. There's nothing on faith. That's nothing on believe me. This is objective fact. And I'm not going to believe objective fact that I could objectively see is not true.
Who's ever told you that was an objective fact, though? They call themselves transsexual women. They call themselves trans women.
They call themselves women.
A lot of them. That's how many. How many do you know trans women?
Do I know? Let me see.
Personally,
I'm trying to think. Personally, I know a man that dressed up as a woman, but I don't think he want to call himself trans.
Okay.
No, I don't know any trans personally.
What about you? Do you know any trans women personally?
Not personally.
So you're telling me shit that they say off fucking social media because random people said some shit. You don't even know the people. You never even interacted with people. We're not even trying to interact with people. You're not trying to get to know the people. But then we have these strong ass opinions
Why do we gotta get to know somebody to know they're a man?
Because that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about these strong ass opinions. We have strong fucking opinions on a group of people. And then it's like, oh no, I don't talk to them. I don't know them personally, but I saw some shit on Facebook where one of them said some shit. Now I'm
Hey,
telling
Zell.
you that they said this.
Hey Zell, if you told me on social media that, I'll just give you a random example. If you told me on social media you like McDonald's Sprite, and then I go around telling everybody I know, hey, Zell tells me he drinks Sprite from McDonald's, would it be logical for them to then combat me with, you never met him in person, how you gonna say he likes McDonald's Sprite? He told me that.
But you're talking about a whole community. If you told me whatever the person's at name said they're a woman, and that's when you're sitting here talking about it, that makes sense. But if all it takes, you're looking at one person say some shit on Facebook and then say
multiple people say this shit.
that
Multiple,
community this,
yes,
and I've also seen multiple people, right? As you say, I'm an advocate for them, right? I've been on social media. There are so many different sides of different type of trans people. Same thing with black people. Same thing with white people. Same thing with communities. There are different types of people in all kinds of communities. So then the moment we see the sprinkle of one say one thing, we now say, oh, all of them do this. There are trans women that don't sit here and say, oh, I'm not telling you that I'm you. I don't want to be you. I just felt like I was this, and that's why I decided to transition. I do tell men the truth. There are trans women that do that. The one trans woman that I've seen speak on a lot of topics, her name is T.S. Madison. You feel me? She says a lot of intellectual things that I do follow her Twitter and stuff of that sort, and she talks about a lot of shit that goes on in not her Twitter, like, no. She's an actual, like, you feel me? She talks. She just, obviously, she's also trans.
Big bitch. That's literally her
Yeah,
name.
that was, she did, when she was, I don't know.
Quite
years ago.
literally, that is the epitome of confusion.
Yeah,
the big
you're right.
dick. That is the epitome of delusion.
I'm not watching her porn. So I'm talking about who she is now, ever since she transitioned to it, and she talks about a lot of these things. And she doesn't, I've never seen it at least, where she's like, we the same as you. Now, if a trans woman sits here and tells you they're the same as you, yes, if you want to say that they're wrong, fine, because they're not the same. We're not the same. It's the reason why you have to put trans in front of it. But I feel like we keep trying to group a whole bunch of people into something because some of these motherfuckers over here said that shit. Now I don't like y'all niggas. But then a lot of motherfuckers over here gonna tell you the other thing, but like, nah, we not that.
But it sounds like you're agreeing that the trans community that does say they are the same as a woman may be incorrect, maybe not. But
no, you are incorrect.
you are incorrect.
You're not the same as a woman. That's
Hold on.
why you're a trans
Stay
woman.
right there, though. Stay right there. So you're saying that they are incorrect. So you are not a woman. Why would it not be gay for a man to deal with someone who is not a woman if that's the
You're not
case?
the same as a woman. But the reason why it's not gay for a man to do it, because like I said, the femininity. I saw somebody also when y'all were arguing on Facebook talking about they're attracted to the essence of a woman. I can't break it down much more other than the fact that if he sits here and says I don't want to sleep with a man that's literally a man, but I will sleep with a trans woman that's built like a woman, has the titties and all that kind of shit. There's something to that. It's not, I'm not going to say you're gay because there's something to it. There's a reason why you're saying, I don't want to sleep with a literal man, but I want to sleep with this kind of person. There's a reason for it. There's a logic behind it. Now, I don't know what it is. I don't understand this shit. But to me, I'm not here to deny what people are going to tell me. I don't want to sit here and tell you, if you're telling me you're not this, and this is things that you don't do, I'm not gonna be a person that's like, nah, fuck that nigga. You bitch, you what I tell you is. I don't live that kind of way. That's not my style. So I respect what you're telling me. So I'm not gonna call you gay if you're gonna sit here and be able to tell me or explain to me why it's not gay. I'm not here to deny what you're blatantly telling me or what you're blatantly showing me. I don't like doing that.
So if I tell you, right, you like cars. You like things with 4 wheels, an engine, goes real fast. Me personally, no, let me put it like this. You like motorcycles, right?
Yeah.
And I say I like bicycles. They are virtually the same shit. All you're saying is I like the motorcycle because it goes faster and it's motorized. I like the bicycle, but it's literally the same. It's the same shit, just goes slower, right? That's the comparison I'm making to trans and the trans woman to an actual man. You're saying I don't like the man. I just like a man that acts like a woman. It's literally a man. It's just cosplaying as something different. A bicycle is just a motorcycle with less features.
Okay. but I'm talking about sexuality. You can't, your sexuality of whatever you get up for, whatever you're sexually aroused by, is what it is. So even it doesn't matter how many analogies you make. If that motherfucker can't get up if he in front of a cisgendered man, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, bro, that nigga gotta be gay. If gay men shoot his shot at this guy that likes trans women, and every time he be like, nah, bro, I don't swing that way. I'm not, hell no, bro, I'm cool. But then I guess he sleep with a trans woman. I'm not. What I'm gonna tell you? Nah, bitch, you a liar. I feel like why am I fighting against you for something that's your way of life, and you're explaining your way of life, and we're trying to fight against these people for it. Why? Why am I gonna sit and try to give you a label?
So what you're trying to convince me is
I'm not trying to convince you anything. I'm telling you what people are telling you they're doing, what they are, and
so
we're
those
just like,
people,
nah, you're not.
So those people, all their life, were only attracted to transgenders.
If they say so, I don't fucking know.
So it's what we say. So we say a bitch a man. Bitch, you a man then. It's what we say. It's what everybody say. If you feel like you a woman, you want to tell everybody else you a woman, make sure you tell the right people that you're a woman. Don't just be going around thinking everybody except for the trans people and all this and that.
But what does that mean? What is everyone's not acceptable of trans women?
Like me personally, if a trans woman comes to me and says, hey, da da da, I'm gonna address her as she. Point blank, period. But it's other people that feel like I'm not addressing you as she nothing. You're still like, all right, my bad, y'all. I'm calling y'all men because y'all is men. But in the real life, if y'all want to talk to me, I'm going to call y'all females. I'm not disrespectful. I'm not none of that. I respect the LGBTQ. IA plus. But see, y'all start doing too much.
See, that's too many.
Y'all got a bitch
alphabet
fighting for y'all
soups.
rights and arguing about y'all. Like, come on. Y'all need to pipe down 10 notches. Anybody that used to be a man and feel like they a woman right now, you could feel like a woman, but at the end of the day, you always be a man.
What was that change, though?
That it's a man. And, like now it's going to change you to say it's gay, because at the end of the day, it's a man.
Like, I'm saying... Listen, I just go off of whatever. If you're going... I don't know. I'm not here to tell nobody who they is. I can't say... I feel like I'm just repeating myself over and over again. If you tell me and you live that kind of life, I'm not going to now debate what your sexuality is. I'm not in bed with you. I don't know what the fuck you're doing in that bed. So if this is the way of life that you live in sexuality, I'm not going to try to tell you something.
That sounds as hell, though.
That's
if I tell
not,
you I'm only attracted to ghosts, are you going to believe me? If I tell you I'm only attracted to ghosts, so you're going to be like, that nigga Louis, you only attracted to ghosts. I'm telling you.
Why, am I going to argue with you? You're weird, because that's bestiality. Why are you attracted to fucking goats? That's a whole different thing. That's against the law. You gotta go to jail, bro. So that's but if it's a feminine goat, it's an animal. An animal. It doesn't matter if it's a girl animal, a boy animal. You can't fuck animals.
But the essence of femininity is drenching off of the goat.
That's an animal.
But the essence
Not
of femininity.
That's an
They're
animal.
attracted to the essence of femininity. They're attracted to femininity.
It's an animal. I understand the point you're trying to
So
prove.
when the cat bit her ass,
but it's an animal. We're talking about an animal.
And we're talking about a man.
We're talking about a man.
A man is not an
acting like a
animal.
woman.
A man is not a man? That's still a man.
I'm just talking about what people are. If you only get aroused for this, and you don't get aroused for that, and you have a definition that explains it, what the fuck am I going to keep on trying to tell you?
So you're telling me
why? Actually, that's bad. Why are we trying to tell these motherfuckers what they is? If they telling you
because
this
they're fighting back.
Because it's
confusing.
Y'all-
They're trying
but-
to come into women's space.
No, not the trans. No, not the trans. I'm not talking about the trans people fighting. I'm talking about why are you trying to tell a man if a man tell you this is what I like, I don't like this. Why are you trying to fight him back on it?
Because he give me AIDS.
You don't. When you have sex, do you check results?
Yes, I do.
So that doesn't matter. Do you curve men if they have a lot of bodies?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well then you're just being safe in general. But you should always be checking their results regardless. He's not going to give you AIDS. He's not going to give you. Listen, I understand they are more likely to contract AIDS and things of that sort. 1,000%.
So you should
But
be able to say that you're sleeping with a man.
but regardless, you should be able to see somebody's results. You should be having
Telling
safe
me you slept with a woman and you got AIDS.
Man, listen, historically,
sex.
large groups of
You
people.
should be practicing safe sex regardless,
They're not,
right?
though.
But listen,
So they're not. Men, first of all, men in general aren't practicing safe sex. That is a problem amongst men in general. That's not just the if you're gay thing. Shit, honestly, they're probably more likely to get checked than a straight man, if I'm being honest with you.
Double the chance.
Yeah.
But check this out. Would you
But
agree?
You should get checked regardless.
Look, check this out. Would you agree that on a large scale, large groups of people have made incorrect decisions
Yes.
in history.
Yes.
Why is this different? Why is it different that there's now a large group of people that are agreeing on something? Why are we not saying, hey, just like this other group of people, like racists, they were wrong. They were wrong about black people not being humans, but we went with that for so long. Why can we not say, hey, this large group of people are wrong? Why do we have to
First of all,
affirm them?
They make up 1% of the population. They're not a large group of people.
Gay people?
No, I'm talking about trans people. Are you talking about gay? Are you talking about the LGBTQ in general?
Well, okay, so yeah, they are a small group. So let me,
Yeah.
but they are they are a rising group.
Okay.
They are a rising group.
So what do you think? Okay. So if you're that logic, when we talk about racist, we're talking about lynching, killing, slavery.
No, we're talking
Jim
about
Crow.
ideology.
No,
we don't want to get
there's
into
a reason that's a
specifics. We're
problem
just
with
talking
it,
about
though.
ideologies.
Happy Pride, man. Y'all
Happy
love the
Pride.
trans people.
I